All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahahak, Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom, Barakathum. And planetary alignments and portals. Okay, portals and planetary alignments. Okay, these are two things that have been in the news recently. The Pope, you know, the priest of Satan, has announced a Jubilee year back in December, okay, and what that is associated with is a ceremony where he opens up portals. We're going to read a little bit about it, okay, and we'll get precepts. We'll see what precepts come out of this, but you know, signs, in other words, are being made in the heavens, okay. Signs are in the heavens, okay, and they allude to events that are getting ready to occur in the earth. As a matter of fact, I'll start it with the precept. Okay. Okay. This is the book of Luke 21, verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Okay. All right. So there's going to be things in the heavens, things in the earth that are going to be going on. Okay. That doesn't appear to be done by man. All right. Because these are indicators. Okay. That the Lord is on his way back. Okay. All right. So that's part of it, man. Okay. 1 second. Let me type something in here. Okay, Matthew 24. And 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree when his branch is yet tender and put it forth leaves. Okay, ye know that summer is nigh. All right, so we don't know what day it is. We don't know what time it is. We're not saying these planetary alignments are telling you it's not like it's a clock, but it's an indicator of the season that you're in. Okay, when you see planetary alignments, when you see the wicked of the earth doing bold things like opening portals, that's a sign, man. Okay, we don't know. Well, if it's 2025, we hope. Okay. But we know that we're close, okay? Just like you don't know what day or month it is, but you see fig trees growing leaves, you know summer is coming soon, all right? It says, verse 3, so likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors, all right? Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Excuse me. You know. So let's go back. Okay. And read. Okay, it says the Pope opened sacred portals, also known as holy doors, to mark the beginning of a holy year or jubilee in the Roman Catholic Church. The doors are ceremonial and are not portals to other dimensions. So they have to specify that with the Google AI that these are not dimensions. But come on, man, we know that this guy is into magic and witchcraft. Okay, nobody trusts the Pope, man. Okay, you're a figurehead of the left hand side. Officially, especially after you let all of them little Edomite babies get touched on, okay? You're a joke now, but they still have a lot of power. Remember, they're the second largest real estate holder in the world, the Catholic Church I'm talking about, and they sway. They're in the councils of these governments, okay? Klaus Schwab he's part of it, okay? There's always going to be a left-hand priesthood that's going to speak great and proud and bold things, okay? Let me see here. It says, how it works. It says the Pope uses a silver hammer to strike the brick wall of the holy door on the first day of Jubilee. Okay, the doors are then open for pilgrims to pass through. The tradition dates back to the 15th century. Okay, so the reason we haven't seen a lot of this is because, you know, this is a Jubilee now. If you look up Jubilee in the scripture, okay, it's going to go into a 50-year cycle, okay? I may have it spelled wrong. Okay, spelled. Okay. Yep, Leviticus 25:10, it says, and ye shall hallow the 50th year. Hallow means to make holy. Okay, so this is where they get this from. Okay, but notice it's a left-hand perversion of it. Okay, it says, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. Okay, so in the year of Jubilee, regardless of what your social status is, if you're a servant or a slave or an indentured servant, you owe a debt or anything that you're working off or paying off, that is forgiven that year, okay? It's forgiven the year in the year of Jubilee, okay? You got to let everybody have it, you know. It says a jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. So this is 7 land Shabbats, basically. Because a land Shabbat is, or a land Sabbath is 7 years, okay? The 7th year in the land, you're not supposed to till the land, you're supposed to leave the land alone, okay? Let it grow, all right? And then that's 49 years, okay? With 7 Shabbat. So after that is a 50th year, is the year of Jubilee, okay? So you see that vibration of 7, you know, in terms of, you know, days and times and divisions of times, all right? And you see the number 50 here, okay? And it says, ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, okay? You should neither reap that which, ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine undressed, okay? For it is a jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. You shall eat the increase thereof out of the field, okay? So it was another land Sabbath, okay? This is where the Pope gets this from, but you have to question what this means on the left-hand side, okay? You know, and I believe this is going to be the year where it's the opposite of having your debts forgiven. You're going to go into debt, all right? We'll see, all right? It says the doors are, Salakia, it says what it means, the opening of the door symbolizes a time of forgiveness and hope. Pilgrims who pass through the doors receive a plenary indulgence, which is a type of forgiveness for their sins. All right, and yeah, it says holy years occur every 25 years, but the Pope can declare special ones more frequently. So this guy is up to something. Okay, let me go to Revelation. Okay, the 16th chapter, because this guy Elon is at the same time this is happening, Elon is getting more and more powerful. Okay, he's got more power than he's ever had before, than any man really that's out in the open and public. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 16, verse 13. It says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. All right, and when you look at some of these videos, the guy, that area CERN where they practice opening portals, basically. Okay, the Hadron Collider over there. Okay, it's basically 14 miles. It's underground. It's a big tunnel that they just take protons, they speed them up, they accelerate them fast, and then they align them and they clash them together. Okay, it's a lot of power behind it. Okay, and essentially, so-called magical things happen, or things that Esau can't explain. He's got an answer for every goddamn thing, but when it comes down to quantum physics, he don't know. There's no idea. He can do some of the math about it, but he can't explain it. Okay, he can't explain the nature of it. He can't outline all the properties of it. Okay, there's a period of time where he thought the electrons, and people still think this way, that the electrons on an atom, you have an atom. The atom has a nucleus. The nucleus is made up of a proton and neutron. If you got hydrogen, is one. That means you got one proton and you got one neutron. We learned this in biology or science in high school. Okay, and then around the one proton and neutron in the center, the nucleus, you have one electron that orbits it and it circles around it like a planet. Okay, well, since he's found out and he's got the technology to zoom in and look at these things, he's found out that's not really the case, or that's only the case sometimes, or he can't nail down the pattern of these things. So, by now he's probably made a lot of progress on this, but he's just not disclosed this to the public. And so this is why you got proud demons like Elon Musk coming out of nowhere with just an unbelievable amount of pride on him. You got to wonder what the source of this pride is. Well, it is Satan, number one, but two, the Lord gave them some shit, man. They got some toys, okay? And you'll see when he shows his true horns fully, which we're almost there, when he shows his true horns fully, that that this is of the Most High, okay? Nobody could have gave anybody that kind of power unless the Most High sanctioned it, okay? But Revelation 16 and 13, it says, and out of the mouth of the beast and out of the mouth of the false prophet, okay? So the part of those three unclean spirits, one of them is the false prophet, which is the Pope, the so-called holy figure of the world, okay? That's who the Pope is, okay? Esau, because he's Esau's religion, okay? It says, for they are the spirit of devils working miracles, all right, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, all right, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the God Almighty, all right. And we know what they're gonna do. They're gonna go right along with prophecy, man, upholding Esau's agenda, okay. We know this, all right. Let's go to this other one. It says here, okay, it says planetary alignments and parades. Whether you call it a planetary alignment or planetary parade, it's not uncommon for multiple planets to be visible in the night sky together. And it's not uncommon for planets to be visible in a line across the sky. There is an imaginary line in the path of the sun traces across the daytime sky. It's known as the ecliptic. The ecliptic is due to the fact that the Earth and the solar system and all the other solar system planets formed out of the same flat disk of gas, which that's all, they made all of that up. Everything came out of gas. They have no idea. They don't know. All right. It says this means that the planets in the solar system occupy roughly the same orbital plane. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. It says, let's take a look at what this planetary alignment will look like in January and February of 2025. Okay. It says the planetary alignments of Mars, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn, as well as Uranus and Neptune, will be visible in the sky. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets. Okay. So keep in mind these powers, these planets have deities attached to them, especially in Roman mythology. Okay, and Romans adapted it from Greek mythology. Mars is a deity in Roman mythology, but Mars is a counterpoint, or a counterpart to the god Ares, which is the god of war. And this is why Mars is associated with war as well. It's the same deity, and this is where you get the word martial from, okay? This is where the word martial comes from. Martial goes into the word Mars, which means war, or goes into the word war, okay? That's what march means. A march is a military progression, okay? The difference between marching and walking is a military progression. This is what a military does when they're moving toward a destination. They're marching. That's what a march is. It's a militant, okay? You know, so these women are talking about they're gonna do a women's march, okay? They're not military, okay? So that's what all of these things, they have meanings, and this is why we examine these things, and we go into the scriptures about them, all right? And you have to ask yourself, why are these things all happening so rapidly, you know? And you pay attention to what's going on in the earth and the news in general, all right? You'll see Esau's up to something. And it's to the point now he's backed himself into a corner where he's got to ban TikTok because everybody got the Scopeo on him, okay? Everybody's got the Scopeo on them. I'm about to do a lesson on that, you know? But Mars, Jupiter had a temple, okay, which Jupiter really is the chief deity of Jupiter's really the chief deity of Rome. He had to have a head deity. He would be like the so-called Zeus, okay? And there's temples dedicated to these people, man, all right? It says, in the southeast, Venus and Saturn close together in the southwest, all right? And so, although these things are nice to look at, all right, you got to realize the heathen are up to something, okay? Because we know the elect are not going to be dismayed at these things, okay? But the heathen are. Let me get to it, and then I'll close it, okay? Jeremiah 10:2, the Lord, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them, all right? Heathen are dismayed at them, so that means they're up to something, man, okay? They don't just allow all of these blood moons, these planetary alignments to take place, and they're not doing some left-hand wickedness, man. They're looking to take advantage, man. Every eclipse, you know, every so-called you know, not so-called, but every celestial event, they were up to something. They worship everything, the summer solstice, the winter solstice, okay, the spring equinox, the fall equinox, all right? And there's high holy days all throughout what they call pagans, all right? But these pagans really come from the same pantheon of gods that got scattered, all right, during the time of Nimrod, okay? And they all basically worship their own version of these gods. That's why there's a fish god in every religion. There's a river god, a god of volcanoes, a god of fire, a god of war. There's a god of fertility in every culture, man, all right? Because these are demons attached behind them, man. Yeah, they're dumb idols that they're worshiping, okay? You know, but there's a demon associated with them. All right, you can read about that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter, okay? So this is why you stay in the spirit of watching, and we're watching. You know, we're not just seeing this as just you know, signs in the heavens. The Lord is in charge of everything, and it's all for a reason. You know, it's up to the elect to discern these things, you know, and disseminate this information. Now, anyway. And to get there, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chakudah Shalom.